terms of Dina, I just won't talk to her. Simple thing. I won't associate with her. If she says a joke, I won't even laugh. I want nothing to do with Shorty. Hey, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I go by T if you're new here, and I'm doing something new because my channel is usually gaming, but I'm gonna do a story time because my life really is not that exciting or like exhilarating for like a lot of stuff to be happening, but when stuff does happen, I feel like it's a lot. So we're gonna get into the story. I don't know what to title this video, but I just know that it's about this weird individual that I encountered, and let's just get into it. So basically, I'm gonna change people's names so it's not so bait about what I'm talking about and who I'm talking about for whoever comes across this video, so no one's gonna know anything. So I'll name them Ashley, Betty, Crystal, going by the alphabet, and then Dina. Dina is the one that's the weird girl, and then an honorable mention is Evelyn. Okay, so hopefully I remember all of those names and it makes sense. So basically, me, Ashley, and Betty been like this since the diaper ages, like so, okay? Grew up together. Parents grew up together. So we grew up together. So basically, it's Ashley first, then me, and then Betty in terms of age. We're all in that order, a year apart. Technically, me and Betty are like a few months apart because I'm born in October, but nonetheless, we're all 1 year apart and we grew up together. So we now the whole picture is painted, okay? Grew up together, all three of us, okay? So the only difference was that they went to another school because they lived in a different city than I did. But summertime, we always hung out. Because like I said, like damn near family, you know, like we hung out all the fucking time. Okay. Parents hung out all the time. Parents grew up together. Okay. People thrived to have that. And we had that. Okay. So I don't know what grade this was, but down the lines, eventually, they moved to the same city that, well, I lived in a town, now it's considered a city now. So, but nonetheless, they moved to the same city as me. Literally, like, they lived 2 seconds away from me. And we all went to the same elementary school. I think at the time, this is when Ashley was probably in grade 6. So I was in grade 5. And then Betty was in grade 4. So the honorable mention, Evelyn. Me and Evelyn been friends because we were in a split class. I was in grade 2 when she was in grade 1. So when Ashley and Betty came to the school, Betty and Evelyn became like this. And I'm like, this is perfect. I've been known Evelyn since the beginning of time. I've been known you guys since literally the dog ages. What? Dog ages, my fault. And like, now you guys are, come on, you know? And then I think Evelyn's cousin went to the same school too, and she was the same age as Ashley. So really, we all damn near family. Like legit. Like I can't make this up. This sounds like, you know, but we literally all knew each other. We all hung out, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So now that's all established. So we are both on the same page here. Yeah? Okay. So we're going to fast forward to high school. Because what? Ashley went to high school first because she's obviously the year older. Then I did. Then Betty and Evelyn. The only difference now is that me and Evelyn went to the same high school. And then Ashley and Betty went to the other high school, which was the Catholic high school, because I think in their old city, it was a Catholic school that they did go to, but when they moved out here, it was a public school. So yeah, they went to the Catholic high school and I went to the public high school. They weren't far from each other, so really and truly, it's not like I never saw them. And like I said, we were like this, all of us, so we all still hung out despite going to different high schools, you know? Now, obviously, like, years progress and you're gonna make new friends and stuff like that, but we were still very close. So this is where Crystal and Dina come to the picture. I'm not too sure when Ashley became good friends with them, but I'll say when Betty eventually went to high school. Even before that though, because Ashley Ben had these friends. I'll say like maybe like grade 9, grade 10. I'll say grade 10 make things easier for myself. Grade 10, full blown friends with Ashley's full blown friends with Crystal and Dina. Okay, so obviously now we all eventually got to know them, considering we all hung out, and eventually they got added into the mix. You feel me? So that happened. So then by the time Betty came or went to that same high school, she already had like, you know, her local friends established. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. So now we have the full picture as to where these people came from, who are these people, how they are associated with me. So Ashley and Betty were like this since diapers. Me and Evelyn became friends. We're not as close anymore, but we became friends since literally grade 1, grade 2. Ashley and Betty eventually came to the same elementary school that I was at, became friends with Evelyn, and then eventually they went off to high school. And then, like I said, grade 9, grade 10 is when friendship was established with Crystal and Dina, and then they were added to the mix. Okay, now we have that all established. Now let's get into the fuck shit, okay? So, what time is it right now? Okay, so here's the nonsense. So I'll have to like really fast forward like out of high school, because I can't remember and I can't pinpoint when this all actually happened, because it's been happening. Mind you, I'm 25. I look very young, I know, but I'm 25. Okay, so this has been happening. Like high school been done, graduated 2015. Like we're in 2023. That's long gone. You know what I'm saying? So this has been happening since, I want to say since I graduated. So I'll say like 2016. I don't know math on that. Is that what, like 7-8 years or something like that? I don't know, but like a long time. Okay, this foolishness has been going on. So I can't, like I said, pinpoint when all of this was happening, but just know that I had a weird feeling like everything was like different and started to change between me and Dina. Okay, Dina, she's very odd. I don't know how to describe it, but it was like if me, Ashley, Betty, and hell, if Crystal was there, right, and we're all just hanging out chilling, it's like, okay, cool, calm. As soon as Dina came to the room, it's like the whole feng shui of the room, the aurora, everything changed. It was like a cold breeze, you know, like a ghost is in the room or some shit. Like it was just so different. Like a dark cloud all of a sudden started to form, and it's like, whoa, like why is it dark? Why is it cloudy? Like the sun was shining 2 seconds ago. Like what happened? What changed? And I couldn't pinpoint what the change was until I did, and I was like, it's you. It is you. You weird fucking girl. So anyways, so basically, Dina just made me very uncomfortable. And just how her demeanor was and how she basically like would move and like do things was very, to me, quite odd. I'm a quiet individual, but I'm very observant. So I mean, like, I sound like I'm watching people, like I'm watching you, but it's one of those things where it's like, if you're in my face doing weird shit and I peep it, then it's like, why are you doing that? And it's not like a one-time thing. This is like a reoccurring thing. And it's like, why are you doing that? So example, when we all would go out, because out here in Canada, the legal age is 19. So once you're 19, you can hit the bars, hit the club, get lit, get turned, you know, you can do all of that. So we would all go out and hang out. Not so much Evelyn. So right now, Evelyn, she's not a part of any of these shenanigans. Occasionally she will come out, but not all the time. So just the 5 of us. So Ashley, Betty, Crystal, Dina, and I. Okay, all of us would go out, hit the town, you know, gallivant. So she was the type to always take pictures. Always take pictures. This is before Instagram had like Insta stories. So Snapchat was like the prime, okay, to post everything. You know, this is when Snapchat had like the dashes, so you could like see, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I sound old. I think Snapchat brought it back though, but nonetheless, okay? So you could see like the posts and stuff, or how many, you know? Anyways, she was type to take mad photos. I didn't care to take photos. I'm not really photogenic like that. But you know, occasionally I'll take a 1-2 photo, you know, memories. But that didn't bother me that she wanted these memories and she wanted to take these photos. It's like, I don't really care. To be honest, even when she was doing all this weird stuff, it didn't bother me so much. It was just more so like, why are you doing that? Like, what did I do to you for you to feel like that you can do that? Like, that was what it was given. It was given, I can do this because I can and I want to. But it's also like, but you really did not have to do that because now you're odd. Now I know that you did it and it's very weird. So she would always take photos, but I was never in them. Okay? Let me rephrase that. She would always take photos and I was never in them. And if I was in them, like let's say out of the 10 photos, if I was in all 9 of them except for the one, what do you think she's going to post on her story? The one that I'm not in. Mind you, we're all hanging out together. We're all at the club together. She's not my fucking friend. So to be fair, I don't like it. Wasn't like, oh, like stabbing in the chest. Like, damn, like, you know. But it's one of those where it's like, why are you doing that? Like, I don't care who's on your story. You guys went to the Catholic school. I don't know anybody who went there. Maybe like a 1-2 person, but we done graduated right now. So. Or sorry, by now, so I really don't talk to nobody. If you didn't go to the same school that I went to, I guarantee you, we're not talking anymore. We grew apart. Because it's like, what do we have in common now? That you went over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I still have friends who, you know, or I still associate myself with people that I don't really talk to as much. But like, it's easier to be more, to associate yourself with them if they went to the same school as you versus if they just went elsewhere. And your friendship started like in school type shit, not like how me, Ashley and Betty, how we started very young. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, she would always take these fucking photos and post them, and I was never in them. And I always thought that was very odd and weird. I never brought it up to Shorty because I'm like, is it really that deep to bring up? Not necessarily, because I don't care. I don't know who's on your Snap, and I don't care who's on your Snap. You know what I'm saying? But it's, to me, it just didn't make sense. I was like, why are you doing that? Why is it that when we go out and you take your photos, occasional videos, whatever, if I'm in them, even if my fucking elbow, shoulder, a piece of, looking at myself, a piece of hair, it's like, I don't even know if she's ever cropped me up of photos or videos before, but I do know for a fact that she just does not post any photo or video that I was in. If I look like a bystander, if I look like a stranger, I look like I'm not part of whatever they got going on, she'll probably post it because it's like my back is turned to the camera or whatever. But if it's my full-blown face, then yeah, mind you, if people are taking videos and doing one of these, you know what I'm saying? When the camera's on you, you get one of these, you know, like you do something stupid. So it's like, girl, I'm right there. I'm literally beside you guys because I came with you guys. Like, what are we talking about? Like, why are you being odd? Why are you doing that? Very odd, right? I can't be the only one who thinks this is very odd. Very fucking odd and weird. But when the shenanigans got a little too much for me, to the point where I was like, you know what? F this shorty because you're pissing me off. I get into it. And I told my friends the same situation, and they all thought it was very weird and odd and kind of fucked up. So I know I'm not crazy because I can be a little sensitive, but I know for a fact that in this situation, no, everybody's on my side, okay? So this was last year. So in Toronto, we have something called Caravana, right? It's a carnival with all the Caribbean people. We just celebrate, you know? It's they call it the weekend, but really and truly, it's like a whole week long of festivities and activities and fetes and all type of things. So, yeah. So, me, Betty, and Crystal actually played mass. Mass is when you're in like the whole costumes and you go and gallivant down the roads beside all the trucks. That's what we did. Ashley and Dina, I'm trying to remember the names. I don't know why they didn't do it, but they didn't. Okay. So boom. So I go and start to get ready. Right. We're all at one person's house. Okay. Getting ready. Literally, all of us are getting ready together. Damn, I need some water. All of us getting ready, okay? Or all 3 of us are getting ready, but we're all there, okay? Okay. All of us there are together now, whatever, getting ready. So we're running late, but we want to take photos. How much time is there? Okay. We're in late, so but we want to take photos nonetheless. So go outside, start taking these fucking photos, okay? Like I said, I'm not really photogenic. I don't really know how to pose, but if you keep flicking, I'll just keep moving, you know? Bop, 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 bop. I'll just keep moving, doing shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. That's what we were doing. So Crystal was the only one who had the backpack. The backpack is the big feathers, okay? So she's the one who bought that because who was trying to spend that bread? Not I. So we're like, oh, let's all take pictures in it as if, you know, let's flex and, you know, make it seem like, yeah, we all got one, when in reality, no, we didn't. So that's what we're doing. So obviously, Crystal got her photos with it first because it's hers. And then Betty did. And then it was my turn. So you can already imagine who was taking my fucking photos. So before the backpack, when I was just taking flicks, it was Betty taking my photos, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I was telling her just keep flicking, you know? And she's like trying to amp me up to like pose and do something different. I'm trying. I can't. I literally can't do it. If someone takes a picture of me, I can't do it. If I take pictures of myself, I can like pose and angle because like, you know, I don't know. It's weird. But now it's time for the backpack photos, okay? And the phone originally, I think, was with Betty or Crystal, I can't remember, but one of them had to run back into the house for something, and then Dina was right there. So obviously now the fucking phone got transferred into her fucking hands, and I was like, holy shit, okay? And my dad has this famous saying that he says in the house all the time when he's mad at us is, if you're not gonna do something properly, don't do it at all, okay? So I'm there like, okay, whatever, let's get these photos. Let's just get this shit over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can't be that evil to not take my fucking photos. So, you know, I'm trying to do like basic posing, whatever. And I'm trying to think of other things to do. And I'm like, I can't pose. Like, I don't know what to do. And she's like, oh, I don't know how to, like, basically, like, I don't know either. Like, you know, like, I don't know how to pose either. Like, I don't know how to help you. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Because some people don't, you know. Some people are like, I don't know what to do. So I didn't really, you know, take it to heart, and I didn't really care. I was like, you know, I'll figure something out. So at this point I turned around, right, so you can get like the picture from the back, because we had like a thong on. That's what I'm gonna say. We had a thong on, so, you know, butt cheeks are out. So photos from the back with the feathers, it was a vibe. It was cute. But how the backpack was set up, like, there's like these strings or whatever, so it can like sit on your back, not on your shoulders. I think it sits like across your back, so when you put it on, it's literally like a backpack. It's not like straps, but like, I can't describe it, but there's like a string or whatever that goes across your back, okay? So I had braids in. So logically, let's just really just think for a moment. Let's put our thinking caps on. If you're taking a photo of somebody and they turn around, right? Or they don't even have to turn around. If their hair's fucked up, if they have a piece of hair sticking up, a piece of hair that's out of place, if you have a part, right, let's say your hair's straight, you have a part down the middle, and there's a piece of hair that's going the opposite direction, and you're taking photos, aren't you, as the one taking the photo, going to be like, hey, fix your hair, or let me fix your hair for you? If you have something in your hair, something on you, you have fluff, or just something's out of place, let's say you're wearing all white and you see something black on you, like a speck, it's like, what is that? Before we take these photos, let's take that off, right? I turn around to take photos from the back. So basically the string was sitting on top of my braids, whereas the braid should be covering the string because that looks more flattering in photos. Shorty didn't even say anything. I not saying I had a whole bunch of photos that were like good up from the back, but nonetheless, all of the photos that she took from the back, the string was sitting on top of the braids. She even had decency to be like, hey, let's fix your hair. Like, you know, she didn't say anything. Didn't do shit. So I'm like, whatever. So really and truly, out of like the 10 photos she took more than that, but let's say out of the 10, only like one came out nice. And I deleted the rest of them because I was actually pissed. Anytime I go back into my camera roll and I see these fucking photos of that day, I just get angry because I'm like, bro, like, I have like not really so much good photos of myself, all because of you. I have a few 1-2 photos that Betty took of me that were cute, but I was like, bro, like, out of all the photos that you took, especially with the backpack on, None of them came out nice. None of them. Maybe one, and that was it. And I like you know the whole no face, no case type of photos. I don't know why. That's more my vibe. But I'm like, if the ones I look in the camera and I'm like, oh, I look cute, I feel cute, those came out mad ugly. Like, those were like, annoyed. So anyways, so I think now the next day, was it the next day? It was the next day because it was sunshine fete or tusami, whatever, which is a wet fete. So basically you wear like bikinis or something you don't mind getting wet. So that was what we were going to. The Sunday, because Caravan's always Saturday. So the Sunday, no, I think it was a Friday. No matter, whatever day it was, we went to the wet fete. Okay. So boom, I get a call from Betty, and she's on FaceTime. All the girls are already there, and she's like, "Bro, I need help with my bikini because this shit is, I don't know, it's not working." So I'm like, "Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me get my life in order," because I didn't even know what the hell I was even wearing. I figured it out that same day, and I'm like, I'm gonna come through because it's a day fete, right? So I get over there now, and just doing regular stuff, trying to figure out this bikini for her, blah 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 blah. I'm trying to figure out liquor, trying to figure out food, and whatnot. Now, mind you, I think I ate beforehand. I didn't eat the food that they got only because I think Dina, that's her name. I think Dina paid for the food. And to be fair, I was already like annoyed with her. And like I even before Caravana, I was already not feeling Shorty like at all. So I was like, bro, like I want nothing to do with Shorty like at all. I know she's gonna be around because these are their friends or whatever. So yeah, I already know that Shorty was going to be around because that is literally their friend. So I have no choice but to put on my big girl draws and be cordial with her, even though it's like, why should I? She was never cordial with me. I shouldn't say never, but out of nowhere things switched, things shifted in the universe. Shorty wasn't fuck with me no more. I don't think she really did, to be fair. But out the blue, she was like, yeah, that's what she did. So anyways, like I said, didn't eat the food, only because Dina, I think she bought it or she paid for it. So I was like, yeah, no. Like, I'm not saying she poisoned the food or anything. I was just like, nah, like, to the point where like Ashley was like, you're not eating? I was like, nah, I'm okay. Like, I'm good. I'm straight. If anything, like, maybe Betty or Ashley, like, gave me a little something off their plate. But, yeah, honestly, too, I think Ashley and Betty and Crystal kind of already had an idea, and they knew that I wasn't really messing with Shorty like that. But at that moment, like, I didn't, like, really say too much. You know what I'm saying? But I do remember, though, I think this was on Caravana Day. Or I don't know when, but I remember I told Betty, I was like, bro, like, your friend took my photos and they were super beat. And she's like, nah, like, she doesn't even know how to take photos. Like, she doesn't know how to pose. She doesn't know how to do this. Like, she's defending her friend, right? As she should. It's her friend. Defend her. Defend her. Defend that, But she's like, yeah, she doesn't know how to take photos. Like, Ray. So I'm like, whatever. So, before we left for the fete, because we left and got food and we got slushies, because the food was there's a certain type of slushie that Betty likes to get that's in the mall. So we were literally in the mall in like our flipping bikinis and stuff. But we went and got the slushies, we got the food, we put the liquor, blah blah blah. We're what we call liming. That's what we're doing before we get into the actual fete. So as we're outside, okay, Betty's like, bro, like, since I'm already in this bikini that took like forever to put on, might as well get a 1-2 flick. Might as well get a photo in the damn bikini. So here goes Dina, with her phone, all types are ready to take these flipping photos. And I'm standing there, right? I'm literally standing right there. And I'm just watching and hearing all of this go down. Dina is such a supportive ass photographer, whereas me yesterday, she didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know what to do. She all has a phone telling Betty, do this, do that, Smile, make sure your eyes are open, blah, 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 blah. And I'm standing there like, damn. See, if this was high school T, that's my nickname. If high school T saw that, high school T would have been like, bro, wasn't it yesterday when you told me you don't know how to pose either when it was my turn for photos? Why all of a sudden you can take photos now? You know how to pose. That's so crazy. Wow. I had no idea. But I didn't do that. You know why? Because I'm better than that. Sort of, kind of. You know, I'm a better person now. Because if it was high school T, I would have said something. And it wouldn't have been pretty after that. I would have been like, you're full of shit. But I didn't do that. I didn't do anything. I minded my business. You know what I'm saying? I peeped it and I minded my business. Because it's not that deep. It's not that serious. You know? Moved on with my life. So boom. We get to the fete now. The fete was honestly quite awkward of an experience. Only because I don't always hang out with the four of them. All the time. When we were like 19, 20, I did. But, you know, once I started when I went back to school and once I started working, I was like, bro, like, I'm not a fan of going out the night before and then getting up at the ass crack of dawn to go to work and have like no sleep. Like, it was fun when I was like 19, 20, but it's really draining and I don't want to do this anymore. Right? And they would go out all the time. Well, sometimes I won't even get linked. It's okay. Like, I have my own friends, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. At the end of the day, we're still like this, you know what I mean? Like, I still love them to pieces, Ashley and Betty. Let me clarify. Crystal, you know, she cool too. But it's like, not all the time. So when we did go out to this fete, like, there's all of these random people coming up saying, hey, what's up, da, da, da. I seen my other friends that were there. But the thing is, I didn't come with them. So I wasn't going to stay with them for the remainder of the time. And I don't think they knew Ashley, Betty, Crystal, and Dina like that. Evelyn was there too, but she showed up with her friends, which I should have fucking done. Should have done that too. Because, mind you, I never said this, but Evelyn also feels the same way about Dina. We both we are uncomfortable around this girl because she makes us uncomfortable. Like, she does things that, you know, like, to us. And that's why Evelyn is just like out the mix most of the time, because she has her own people, and then she'll just come with her own people to the functions. So it's not like me where I came with them. And it's like, I'm not the type of person where if I came with you, I'm not going to leave it. Like, I'm not just going to leave and go off with someone else. That's weird. I don't know why people do that. If I came with you, I'm going to stay with you and I'm going to leave with you. That's how that works. Logic. Anyways. So yeah, like I said, it was very awkward. It was very like, what the hell? Because I remember this one guy, he kept showing up every like 2 seconds. Ooh, every like 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Sorry. Doesn't matter how many seconds. All up in our faces. I don't know who this man is. Right? On the 100th time that he came and showed his face, he's like, yo, my name is blah, blah, blah. At this point, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care who you are. The first time you came, you should have introduced yourself. I'm not introducing myself to you because you came to us. You said hi to everybody else and you skipped past me. You did like one of these type things, you know, because you didn't know who I was. I don't know you either. So why are you, you know, it was just like weird and awkward. I was like, ew. Like, I'm like, next time if I come to this event, I'm not coming with these people. Like, I love Ashley and Betty to death. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, I'm not doing that again. That was so awkward. It was so uncomfortable. I was like, when I saw my friends, I was more happy, to be completely honest. But it was like, damn. And I didn't even know my best friend was there. My best friend came with her man. I didn't even know that. She didn't even thank me. Like, what's wrong with her? But anyways, so it doesn't matter. Didn't go with them, so I didn't care. Right? Life moves on. But this is when the nonsense happens, okay? Was after. Fucking after. We get home now, or we get back to the house, right? And Ashley's like, nah, like, we're not sleeping. Like, let's shower and we're going out tonight. And we're like, what are we gonna do? She said, I don't know. So now we are going back home, getting showered, and basically throwing on something because it's care about the weekend, so it doesn't even matter. Put on something and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do. So boom, that's what we did. I come back to the house now. I think the only person who wasn't like ready or like wasn't getting ready yet was Betty. Crystal was at her house getting her life in order. So she was the last one to come, right? But nonetheless, everybody's on FaceTime trying to figure out what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go, blase, 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 blase. Okay, so we sort of kind of figured out what we were doing, but there was a fee of like $20 or whatever. So I took an L and I paid $20 for no reason because I didn't end up going to this fucking event, and here's why. So Betty was like how she low-key wants to take like a little nap, right? So I was like, you know what, facts, let's go and take a little nap. So Ashley and Dina were in the other room, and me and Betty were in the same room. We're really just on our phones. I don't even think she actually took a nap. I think she was on her phone, and I was on my phone too. I'm texting away at my boyfriend who's drunk out of his mind because he's at like a barbecue or some shit. So I was like, damn, like, you're no fun because you're drunk and I'm not drunk, and this is no. I'm like, you know. So I'm texting him, whatever. I'm on Twitter, whatever. I'm looking at people's stories who did go to the fete or if they went to other events or whatever, you know, because it's Camp by the weekend. This is a time of our lives. Everyone should be happy. You know what I'm saying? So eventually Crystal arrives. Crystal ends up going into the room with Ashley and Dina. Eventually, this fucking bird, Dina, was like, hey, Betty, come over here, right? So Betty goes over there because at first I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what they were talking about because the room was right beside each other, and I was literally on my phone and I can hear what they're talking about, but I just don't know exactly what was being said. You know what I'm saying? So up until I really like clued in what was happening. Okay, so pause for 2 seconds. So my mom was like, hey, did you know that Ashley and Betty are going to Miami? And I was like, no. I had no idea that these bitches were going to Miami. So I didn't bring it up because if you, like, it's one of those things, if you were invited, don't ask to go, right? So I was like, damn, like, fuck me, right? Like, why wasn't I invited? Like, the hell? But I'm like, I wasn't gonna ask no questions. I didn't care because I'm like, listen, if they didn't want me there, they didn't want me there. Simple thing. Moved on my life. So when Dina recruited everybody into the room, that's when I realized they were going to Miami for her fucking birthday. So basically, Caravana, I think last year Caravana Day was actually like the last day or the last Saturday of July, because Shorty is born in August. So within like a few weeks time, they were going to Miami. So now I realize why they're going to Miami is for this fucking birthday. See, I'm getting all angry again. So this is what she did. And this is what I told my friends the next day because I went out for brunch with them. And they're like, yo, that's kind of crazy. I was like, exactly. This is crazy. And I was telling my boyfriend at the time. He was like, well, what the hell? I was like, yeah, this is crazy. Bro, Shorty is full-blown talking about Miami. Mind you, too, since that morning of the fete, she kept bringing up Miami every chance she got, to the point where in my mind I'm like, bitch, I get it. You're going to Miami. I get it. This was like the big, like, I think this was the same morning of the fete. I don't think it was, or maybe it was even like the day of Caravana, but nonetheless, it was really in my face the day of the wet fete. Because I remember I was in the car because we drove to get food, whatever. And I was like, damn, like, I want more bikinis low-key, because me and my man were planning on going on vacation somewhere. We just didn't know, like, when we wanted to go. But I'm like, if we do go, I need bikinis. And then Crystal was like, oh, there's this one site, I forgot what the site was called, where you can go get bikinis and blah, 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 blah. And you can pick the size of, like, the top and the bottom separately, because I can't stand one size of bikinis. It's annoying. And then out of fucking thin air, here goes Dina talking about Miami. Like, oh yeah, Miami, this and that and that. And I'm there like, bro, what are you talking about? We're talking about bikinis because I want to buy bikinis because I might go somewhere on vacation. I was not, this has nothing to do with Miami. This has something to do with you. Yes, I understand Miami, beachwear, whole attire, but this has nothing to do with you. This was a conversation between me and Crystal. What are you talking about? Every fucking chance she got to talk about Miami, she brought it up. It was so fucking aggravating because I was like, I just wanted to wring her by the neck on some Homer Simpson type shit and be like, bro, I get it. So like I said, that same night, she recruited everybody into her room. They started buying plane tickets. They started looking up B&Bs. They started planning their itinerary. Mind you, I'm in the other room by my fucking self. Pissed. I was pissed. Mind you, I already sent my $20 to Crystal. And this is even before Crystal even came to the house. Like she was still at her house when we all sent our dollars, right? And I'm like, bro, don't we have somewhere to go? Mind you, it's like almost midnight. Places out here close at like 2:30. So I'm like, who's going out for 2 hours? I'm not doing that. I might as well just go home. And that's what the fuck I did. I went home. I told my man, I'm like, bro, like, I'm gonna go home. And he's like, yo, like, come get me, you know, because he's drunk out of his mind. So I'm like, okay, I'll come and get you. Man got him, came back to my house, and I was so pissed, right? At this point, he was like sort of kind of sobering up a little bit, but he's like, yeah, that's kind of fucked up, like, you know. And what really pissed me off was the fact that Ashley and Betty didn't even say anything. No one, not even Crystal, she doesn't owe me anything, because at the same time, she's not my friend. She is their friend, right? But Ashley and Betty didn't do anything. They weren't even like, bro, like, why are we talking about this right now? Knowing that it's in the next room. Like, we can do this another day. I wasn't sleeping over. I was going home after. You know what I'm saying? I drove myself to their house. So I was going to drive myself to the vet and then drive my ass home. That's what, because I had brunch the next day. I had to get up early anyways. Weird. No one said anything. I was crying, because when I get really angry and frustrated, I start to cry. So I was literally in this room by myself crying, and I was like, let me see how long it's gonna take for these bitches to stop talking about this stupid ass Miami trip and stop planning. They're giggling, cackling in there, and I'm out here crying out of pure frustration, because I wanted to yell and cuss like I was raised by apes. I wanted to lose my mind, but I was like, I'm not about to do that. I'm just about to take my L, because I lost $20, that's soft, whatever, and go home. And that's what the fuck I did. I went home. Okay? Another thing now. We're gonna fast forward to Ashley's birthday. After this day, this pissed me off for sure. Because at this point, it wasn't about Dina anymore. That pissed me off. Because at this point, I'm like, I don't care about Shorty. At that moment, after that Miami situation, I was like, you're cut off for sure. I don't like you. I don't fuck with you. You are a weird individual. You know what I'm saying? To this day, because I end up having a conversation with Ashley and Betty afterwards. But to this day, this situation still makes zero sense to me. But for Ashley's birthday, which is in February, she went to Jamaica. And who wasn't there? Me. That's who. I was not there. I was pissed. Last year, Betty went to Jamaica by herself, right? So when I seen the little 1-2 photo that Betty posted, I'm like, damn, bitch, you're in Jamaica again? So I'm like, but hold on now. Let me just ask. Like, oh, like, who are you with? Oh, I'm with the girls. After she said that, I muted all their stories. I was like, you know what? You're lucky you don't get blocked. Because what are you talking about? Why wasn't I invited? You know how awkward it was? That one of my good friends was like, bro, like, how come you're not in Jamaica with them? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just as lost as you. And they all thought that was fucked up. They're like, whoa, that's kind of weird. Like, why would they invite them to and not you? Like, if anything, you should be the first person to be invited. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. So at that point, I just didn't care anymore. I was sad about it. I was upset because that actually, like, that really hurted my feelings. Like, out of everything that Dina has done, I was like, you know what, whatever. But what Ashley did to me, that hurt my feelings. That just hurt my feelings. I was so hurt. Like, you don't understand. I was so hurt. I didn't cry, or maybe I did cry, but like, I really was like, I was so hurt. So the next month was Betty's birthday, but me and my boyfriend were like, you know what, fuck it, let's just prep and find a place. And we picked to go to Mexico. So that's where we went on vacation. We just went to Mexico. So I told my friends, obviously. I just didn't tell Ashley anybody, because I'm like, why the fuck am I talking to you bitches in the fucking first place? You bitches don't even like me. So yeah, I'm dramatic. So that's what I did. I just went, cut, and left, right? Crystal and I think Betty, because Ashley's not really on social media like that. Like, she doesn't post like anything. Like, she's one of those people where it's like, you don't even know if they're alive. You don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they're married, if they have 50 kids. You don't know anything about them because they don't post anything. She has social media. She doesn't post anything. Okay? So, and if she doesn't like reply or say things, I don't take it to heart because that's just literally like how she is. Like, she doesn't, you know? So anyway, so Crystal and Betty were like, oh, like, have fun on vacation, like, blah, blah, blah. They're talking about, like, where are you at? And the whole time I'm like, why am I talking to you bitches? Why are you bitches talking to me? I don't care. Don't ask me nothing. Don't talk to me. Don't say nothing. I kept it mad cute, mad short. And I remember when I was there, Betty was like, yeah, I don't know what to do for my birthday, Ray. Because the whole time I'm telling my boyfriend, like, watch, Betty's going to do something for her birthday, and I'm not going to be invited. I mean, I was, right? I was shocked. When I tell you I was surprised, like, dead ass. I was surprised because I'm like, Ash don't fuck with me. Betty don't fuck with me either. So I'm like, there's no way. Whole time Betty was like, yeah, I don't know, do my birthday. I think I want to do this, da, 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 da. And I'm like, why are you telling me these things that you're trying to do for your birthday? I don't care. Whole time I'm I'm in Mexico with my boyfriend, like pissed. I'm getting all angry all over again because I was like, bro, like, what are you talking about? Right? I just didn't care. Low key. Right? And my boyfriend's like, so what are you gonna do if she has something for her birthday? I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I know if I'm gonna go. I have no idea. My dumb ass ends up going anyways because I'm too fucking nice. So I forgot what she ended up doing. She did like a escape room and she had like dinner. Right? I didn't go to dinner because I was like, that's doing the absolute most. I think dinners are a little bit too intimate for my likings, considering I don't like your stupid friend. So I'm not going. I'm getting angry all over again. I'm not going. So yeah, we did the room escape, whatever. It was cool, it was calm, the room escape was fun. Still kind of low-key, kind of awkward, but you know, nonetheless, I got this shit over with, and that was that. It was still awkward. The vibe was a little off, and I don't know why it was off, but it was off. It threw me for a loop, and I didn't like it. I don't like being uncomfortable. So when they went to dinner, I was like, yeah, peace out, I'm going home, blah, blah, blah. I was telling my boyfriend, like, yeah, like, yeah, like, it was awkward. To me, it was awkward. I didn't really like it. And then again, oh my Lord have mercy, I forgot what we were talking about. But here was Dina talking about bringing up Jamaica again. Or not again, just bringing up out of thin air. Whatever we were talking about, because we were all in the bathroom besides, I think, Ashley and Crystal. No, I think, besides Ashley, I think. Actually, I think she was the one who was in the bathroom. Because it was all of us, and then they invited another friend. Dina times 2, because they have the same name. But Dina times 2, she's calm, she's chill, you know? Here she goes. Here goes Dina talking about Jamaica out of thin air. Nobody was talking about Jamaica. No one brought up anything to do with Jamaica. She's just out of nowhere. She just brought it up. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, it was so aggravating and annoying. You know what I'm saying? So now, we're going to fast forward again to May. So, there was something that happened. A tragedy where we had a funeral to attend to. And like I said, me, Ashley, Betty, very close, damn near family. You know what I'm saying? So it affected the 3 of us. It did not affect Crystal and Dina. It affected the 3 of us. Okay? So here we are at the funeral, okay? At the church. All of a sudden, here goes Crystal and Dina there. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm telling my brother, I was like, I think I told him, but in my mind, I was like, why are they here? Like, this has nothing to do with you guys at all. Like, nothing. But in my mind, I'm like, you know, it's for support. It's for Betty and Ashley to get their support that they need. Okay, cool. Whatever. Right? And I really shouldn't be focusing on them in the first place. It just threw me off because I'm like, why are you here? This is urgent matters that has nothing to do with you. I'm like, you know, whatever. Because Evelyn was there too, but because you know how like friends are like family and close friends or whatever on one side, and then, you know, so, but again, they were somewhere in the back. I didn't even know Evelyn was there. She came with her mom. I didn't even know that because I seen her mom and I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? I was so confused. So lost. I didn't even know she invited them. So, but you know, they were there. They showed their support. They gave condolences, and then they left, right? We're at the burial site now. Who's there? Crystal and Dina. They're still there. I understand support. I get it to a T. Trust me. I'm very supportive. But I don't want to be overbearing, and I don't want it to be like I'm so out of place, because this is literally urgent manners, right? This is affecting the three of us. This has nothing to do with you two. You guys came to the church. You showed your support. You were there. Why are you at the burial site? What are you doing here? Like what are you doing here? Then they went to, I don't know what it's called, but you know, like when you celebrate life, you know, like everybody has the food, the drinks, the music is playing, da 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 da. That's what we're doing afterwards, right? They attended that too. And I'm like, bro. And someone needs to interject. What are you doing here? Why are you guys still here? Go home. That's what I was saying about the whole time. Go the fuck home. No one wants you here. Right? But I'm like, whatever. So, getting my plate of food, whatever, and whatnot. I got my food. And I just didn't sit with them. Like, on some mean girl stuff. Like, you can't sit with us, you know? Like, I just didn't sit with them, right? Reverse, though, you know? I just didn't sit with them. And my brother was like, make sure my lip gloss is still looking cute. My brother was like, bro, like, what's going on? And I told him to run down, right? Basically the story I told you guys, but just condensed. And he's like, yeah, like, you know, I feel you though, right? Like, I get it. I'm like, yeah, I know. Very awkward, very odd. Like, I didn't even say, like, hello. I don't think I really even said hi to them when they first came to the church, only because I was like, if anything, it was like a calm, like, you know. But yeah, at the burial site, didn't talk to them. And then, like I said, at the whatever it's called, didn't talk to them there. And I think my brother, annoying, he went up to Ashley and Betty. He was like, bro, like, whatever he said, you know, older brother things. I was like, bro, like, why would you say that, right? The whole time, I'm like, I'm going to stick with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Whole time now, can't find him half the time. He's out there, you know, doing whatever outside. I'm like, bro, like, so I like stayed with like my mom half the time, or like my grandparents or whatever. I'm like, you know what, like, you can do that, because like I said, we very close, tight knit, like since diaper age. Parents known each other, basically we're family, literally. Okay, if you catch my fucking drift. Okay, so that's what happened. Eventually those two individuals end up leaving finally, because you're not needed here anymore. Ate our food and drank our drinks, and now you're leaving. Whatever, you're full, you're content, go home, right? So, and then it was still kind of awkward, because at this point I'm like, well, now people are going home, people are clearing out now, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we can't leave the place looking like this. Like, we have to clean up and whatnot. So I was like, damn, okay. So eventually me and Betty and Ashley actually were having like conversations, when the whole time I was trying to avoid them at all costs. I was avoiding like the plague. Like, I was like, I know. So anyways, so I think it was the next day. I have the text message, if I can find it. Okay, so I found the messages. I'm about to read all of it, because I feel like if I start reading, look at my hair. I feel like if I start reading, I'm gonna actually say their names. But you know, because we already had a group chat prior to this, just the three of us. So I believe it was like the next day, because I was like, so I don't know if this is the right time for this conversation, consider the timing. And I was at work too. And I was gonna go to London, not like the UK London, like London, Ontario. I didn't end up going, but I was like, I might as well do this now, just in case I do end up leaving, and I'm distracted with what's going on. So anyways, whole big conversation. Maybe I should screenshot it and kind of like post it up and whatever, so you know, like, I'm being like legit. You know. But you know, eventually they like apologized on behalf of their friend, and you know, just the fact that the whole Miami situation, they didn't like do anything. And you know what's so crazy? Betty was like, how she peeped it, and she was like, yeah, like, I should have said something, but like, you just didn't say anything. And I'm like, girl, speak up next time, okay? And then the whole Jamaica situation, like, Ashley was kind of like, well, I know you didn't like you, or I know you don't like Dina, so I just didn't invite you. Like, like, and in my mind, I'm like, but why did you make the executive decision to not invite me? I understand I don't like Shorty, but you don't think if I'm in Jamaica that all that will go out the window? I don't care about her. If she's there, she can be there. I'm gonna live my life, But again, the whole situation just made no sense to me because of how they explained it. Was like it was last minute and blah blah blah. But I'm like, how's it last minute if all of you guys went at the same time? We all work, so I'm not really understanding how it was last minute. You probably pre-planned this event without me, and then when it was time to execute, something happened in the midst of executing the plan. Because there's no way that all of you guys had time off at the same time, last minute, out the blue. To this day, it still makes no sense to me, but I'm like, whatever. I don't know the facts. I wasn't there. Clearly, I don't know the ins and outs of the conversation, so I can only base off of what they have told me. So yeah, and what's so crazy too is that Betty was like, how both Betty and Ashley were like, yeah, like other people, not just me, not just Evelyn, other people have said the same thing about her. Other people have said the same thing, that Dina makes them uncomfortable. And I'm like, so why are you guys her friend? Like real shit. Like deadass. Like, why are you guys still her friend? If you guys aren't gonna page her on the simple fact that she's making people uncomfortable and the whole vibe of everything is a little off, why are you guys still her friend? And if you guys haven't paged her, why not? I don't know. Each their own. All I know is that if my friends came to me and was like, yo, your people them are kind of make me feel away, I'm gonna talk to them and be like, yo, like, what is going on? Like, why are you doing something? And I'm gonna get the facts. Like, what have they done to make you feel this type of way? And I'm gonna be like, well, they need to fix up. And if they're not gonna fix up, then they may have to go. I'm sorry. Because there's no reason why, if you love me and you care about me, you're not gonna make the people that I care about uncomfortable too. It's not all about you. I always thought it was very weird. She was so like territorial about them. Because it's like, how come I got treated like dog shit, even though we are like this? You were never in the picture at all. And we were like this. Even Evelyn, we're like this because she was never in the picture. How are you going to disrespect the two people that were there from the very beginning? Does that make any sense? To me, if it comes across like jealousy, but it's like, what are you jealous of? Like, that's what I can't pinpoint like what it is. And I just think it's weird. In terms of relationship currently with Ashley and Betty, I personally don't think it's the same anymore. Like, it's just not the same. Mind you, I'm not the type, I'm a horrible friend / family member. I don't check nobody. I don't call nobody. Every like 6 months, I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, I just don't be checking on people like that. At the end of the day, people lives are living. You know what I mean? Like, people are doing things. People are at work. People are, whatever. I'm not saying like don't check up on me type shit, but if I don't check upon you as often, you know how to check upon me as often, and I won't feel no way. I just hope that you don't feel a way that I don't check you often, because I literally treat everybody like that. There's not one person that I don't do that to. Maybe like my boyfriend, but we literally talk every day. So, but other than that, like, every so often I'll be like, hey, what's up? You good? That's nice. Then we move on, And I don't really like texting too much too. I like meeting up with people, but that is not something that happens all the time. Everyone's schedule's all over the place. But yeah, I just feel like it's not the same, low key. Like, which sucks. But it's like, I just hope moving forward though that Ashley doesn't make that executive decision ever fucking again. If you're leaving the country for your birthday, don't do that, because that's odd. And I'm posting this in October, so my birthday is on the 25th. I don't know what day I'm going to post this, but, happy early birthday to me. And then it will be Ashley's birthday in February. So I guess we will wait and see what the hell happens. In terms of Crystal and Dina, I don't mind Crystal. Like I said, I actually like her. She's cool. She's chill. In terms of Dina, I just won't talk to her. Simple thing. I won't associate with her. If she says a joke, I won't even laugh. I want nothing to do with Shorty. I've already unfollowed her off of everything. I think eventually she peeped that I unfollowed her, because she unfollowed me too, because yeah. But yeah, I don't know, like I said, what the title of this video, but that's the story of how this weird individual, this territorial ass person, and I hope you guys enjoy. I low-key want to film another story time about my first little heartbreak, because a bitch was heartbroken, but I was delusional at the same time. So yeah, but hope you guys enjoy. See you guys in the next video. Peace. I don't know the outros. Bye. See you later.